tonight's opportunity overview. Okay, so I'm going to hit a couple of different things. Number one is what we do. Number two is going to be why we do what we do. So, here in just a second, as I wrap up the part about what we do, I do want to play that video because it puts such a good visual on why we're so passionate about who we are and what we represent in middle income America. So, as far as what we do, it's very, very simple, and I just kind of launched into it. But we serve middle income America with the new type of life insurance. I'm talking about life insurance with living benefits. Okay, so when most people think about life insurance, they think about the old kind of life insurance, which is just simply death benefit only. It's like it's good to have it if you pass away, but if you live, not so much. So you just want to make sure that you have life insurance in place when you pass away. It matters greatly, and it does. I agree with that. But that's the old kind of life insurance. Okay, the new kind of life insurance with living benefits, it means this. Yes, it still revolves around a death benefit. Okay, but with living benefits, if you were to go through a critical illness, cancer, I mean, like we could name the all the top critical illnesses out there, right? Critical illness, chronic illness, terminal illness. So if you were to go through one of those and your diagnosis, it affects your life expectancy, then the life insurance carrier will allow you to accelerate your face amount, your death benefit while you're still living, and to get needed cash, right? I mean, like it's like I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was like, a lot of people have stories where they know people who got diagnosed with cancer and they've lived through it, right? So technology's gotten awesome. Just the whole medical profession, I think, is gotten better, and so more people are living through those diagnoses. But the thing that most people don't realize is what follows a cancer diagnosis, even if the person gets healed and well, like what follows that? Are we aware of the financial consequences of going through something like a cancer diagnosis? And so having living benefits matters greatly. And so that's our passion as far as what we do. We serve middle income America with the new type of life insurance, and that's life insurance with living benefits. So we can't hire enough people. Like we need so many more people right now to go through the process to get their license so that they can jump in the fight with us to serve middle income America and make sure that the ones who do have life insurance, let's make sure they've got the best life insurance possible. And the ones who don't have life insurance, let's get the right information in front of them. We've got so many programs. I know one of the big reasons why young people don't put life insurance in place is because they don't think they're going to die. And I will tell you, statistically speaking, over any term period, most likely they're not going to die. But what if we actually had a program where you could put life insurance in place? And if you're right, if you're still living and breathing at the end of your term, what if you could get 100% of the premiums that you paid back to you tax free? That would take the guesswork out of it, wouldn't it? Also, hear people talk a lot about, well, I've had health issues. Well, we work with some of the top A-rated carriers in the United States, and I will tell you, we're able to work through a lot of health issues that people think they're not insurable. They actually are insurable. I'm talking about even recently congestive heart failure. So many people think congestive heart failure not insurable anymore. Not anymore. A lot of people think just because you're a tobacco user that the rates would be so high. Not with some of the programs that we have. As a matter of fact, we actually have a program where we can get you a non-tobacco rate for a 3-year period of time. And that's simply an incentive to get you to stop smoking within that 3 years. And so there's just so many cool programs that our top rated insurance carriers, they use to make sure that people do get good quality coverage. And we're so passionate about that. So as far as the way we market, we do create leads. We good old fashioned, hey, how you doing? Talking to people, yes, but we do create leads in the mortgage market. So we work with a couple of different mail houses, and all across the United States, in every county and parish, whenever there's a home that's either refinanced or purchased, there's public data created. And so the mail houses that we work with, they capture that data. They mail a letter to these homeowners, and the letter talks about protecting their mortgage with life insurance, with living benefits. And so the people that actually respond to those mailings, they're the people that we call on. We introduce ourselves as their field underwriter, the field underwriter that's been assigned to get them the information that they requested, and then we book the appointment. The majority of our agents right now are doing those appointments virtually. Okay, so there are different tools, FaceTime tools, where they can still be face to face with a client, but yet be, they could even be 6, 7, 10 states away, and actually feel like you're in the home, helping your clients with the very best life insurance. So virtual sales is something that has come about since COVID, and we are intent on being on the forefront of that, so much so that we train on virtual sales, best practices of virtual sales every single morning, Monday through Friday. We train on that. We have a partner called Integrity Marketing Group. Integrity Marketing Group is located in the heart of downtown Dallas, Texas. They're basically own the most iconic, the most photographed building anywhere that is in downtown Dallas. If you've ever seen that pyramid, unique shaped building, that is Integrity Marketing Group. And they are unmatched in their omni-channel InsurTech platform. Integrity Marketing Group has helped, in just 2024 alone, has helped 4.6 million. This is new people that we've helped just in 2024, 4.6 million Americans with their life, health, and or wealth in 2024. Check these numbers out, guys. 29 plus billion with a B in new premium, 48 plus billion in assets under management, 300 plus partnerships, 750 carrier relationships, 600,000 total licensed agents represented. I'm going to take a sip of water. Okay, and I'm going to try not to cough the whole way, but if I do, just pardon me, because I'm excited and I have a cold, and so I think both of those are coming to a head. There is no platform like Integrity Marketing Group. So based on our desire, based on our passion for life insurance with living benefits, before I wrap up tonight, and I'm going to wrap up talking about the results that drive us to do what we do. I'm going to ask Matt to play that video. This is a real life. This is not a paid actor. This is a real life living benefits testimonial video. I hope you enjoy.
My name is Elizabeth Martinez Genova, and this is my living benefits story. I was born in Miami, Florida, born and raised. I've lived there my entire life. I travel for pleasure. That's my big thing. I've had many careers in my lifetime. I was in the military. I went to law school, but I love traveling.
My name is Alberto Caballera. I've been an insurance agent since 2010. I specialize in life insurance with living benefits that you don't have to die to use.
When Albert first spoke to me about the living benefits, I didn't know that there was such a thing, that existed. And that really was what sold me.
Well, I started explaining to her about the policy. Told her, listen, what's going to happen if you get sick? What are you going to do if you're chronic, if you're critical, if you're terminal? This policy allows you to accelerate a huge sum of money from your policy, anywhere from 90 to 100% when you really need the money.
And he convinced me that it made sense because life is very unpredictable, as I recently found out. I got the policy, and that was just before my trip to Turkey. And then in January, my doctor, I had run some tests, and my doctor had told me to go into the hospital to the ER because of pancreatitis, which can be potentially fatal. They had seen like what they thought was a shadow, but they thought it could have been a clot. They didn't think it was anything. But they decided that they would do an endoscopy. And when they did the endoscopy is how they discovered the cancer. I was hopeful that it would be that we caught it early, because I didn't come in for this, but it was first a slap in the face to find out that you have cancer, and then it was a kick to the gut to find out that you're stage 4.
Then we found out that it was terminal cancer.
Obviously, when you get hit with a diagnosis like that, and then they tell you have 3 to 6 months, it's really debilitating. And it was really very shocking for my siblings and my family to hear the news. But the next worry that you have is, how am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to take care of just surviving even in this short time?
That's when we put in the claim into the insurance company, and before we knew it, we had a check on our hands for $239,000 in change, which made all the difference in the world when I gave her that check.
When I realized that I could make a claim on my living benefits and that I could receive this money, it lifted a burden. Because not only was that sufficient money to pay my mortgage and pay my debt and pay a lot of the things that I had to take care of, it also left me a little bit of money to be able to spend it with my family and to be able to do the things that I'm interested in. I've traveled to a lot of places. Some of my favorites are Thailand, of course, Jerusalem, to see history and stories of the Bible unfold before you. I love the tulips in Holland, in the Netherlands, Amsterdam. There's a lot of places I've been, but there's still a long list of places I've not gone to. And with the living benefits that I received, I plan to find those places, with the time I have left.
Okay, so that gives you an idea. I should have said this. I'm going to give everybody $5 if they don't cry, right? So I probably am safe for giving anybody $5. So, but that's why we do what we do. That's why we fight through sometimes rude people. That's why we fight through any negative, any adversity that we have to go through. We fight through that because we want to serve people with the very best kind of life insurance. I mean, guys, we're not selling abstract things out there, whether it's vacuum cleaners or automobiles or anything. Not that any of that stuff's bad, but what we represent to middle income America, living benefit life insurance, it matters. And so we are looking for people that are willing to get passionate about that, to go out and to be able to serve people. So I'm going to wrap up tonight just by letting you guys know the reason why we do what we do. That's probably the most important. And the reason why the reason why entrepreneurs get in their own business, the reason why the world of 1099 commission only is filled with people with an entrepreneurial spirit, because entrepreneurs are very results oriented. Entrepreneurs, they don't want to spend the rest of their life working 40, 50, 60 plus hours a week for somebody else's dream and never get paid what they're worth. Okay. Entrepreneurs, they think that's a death sentence. Okay. Every time I talk about jobs and things like that, I always get a few people to go, well, during this economy, it's sometimes it's good to have it. Listen, I get that. I'm just talking about overall. When you look at me and my story, when I first saw this business opportunity, I was 25 years old. Okay, I'm 57 now. I was 25. My background was professional golf, and nobody had ever shown me how to be an entrepreneur. I didn't even know I had an entrepreneur spirit. All I was ever taught growing up in the small town in eastern North Carolina that I grew up in, all I was ever taught was how to go to school, get a good education, and get out and get a good job. Nobody ever taught me how to own and operate my own business. And so when I was an assistant golf professional going through my PGA schools at Pine Hollow Golf Club in Clayton, a friend of mine reached out and said, hey, we're doing some things on the side. Not sure if you have an interest, but if you do, and you know, about the time he said that, I just remember thinking, are you stupid? Like, you know, I don't make any money. So yes, you know, I'm interested. And so he invited me to a live opportunity meeting. It was actually in downtown Raleigh, North Carolina. And I got a chance to go in and meet one of the top guys in the country in the franchising arena. And I got a chance to listen to him talk about results. And everything he said that night was life-changing to me. And so I want you to think about this. There are only two types of income that you can make in this life on this planet. Okay. Number one is the type of income that we call temporary, because the very moment you stop driving it, it stops coming in. And then there's another income out there called permanent. And the reason we call it permanent is because it's not driven by you, it's driven more by a business system. So you can go to school, get a good education, get out, you can go get a good job, you can get a great job. And what you will do is you will create that temporary, I also call it self-driven income, where you only make money if you're alive and well and showing up to go to work. Okay. The very moment you stop working, your income stops coming in. Okay. 1099, doctors, lawyers, dentists, insurance agents, real estate people, chiropractors, they have the same type of income, even though they are working for themselves. They still, most of them, they've not learned about system-driven income, or nobody's ever really mentored them in how to create that. And so you've got a lot of these people that go out, they make really good incomes, but it's like their income would stop if they stopped. And so these people, it's like they don't own their business so much as they're owned by their business. And so if you think about results, you know, my question to you, if we were just having a cup of coffee, which obviously I need right now with my voice, but if we were just having a cup of coffee, you know, and I just asked, like, is that the type of income you want the rest of your life? You know, when somebody asked me that at 25 years of age, I just remember thinking, man, I want to learn how to create the type of income that keeps coming in after I've stopped. Like, if you can show me a way that I can go out in two to three, 4, 5 year period of time and produce a passive income stream by developing distribution, then I can live the rest of my life free. I can have money. Yes, money's good. But what was more important to me was to be able to wake up every day and own my time. It was the ability to wake up every day and live life the way I wanted to live life. And so in the life insurance industry, it parallels franchising so much. Okay, so let me just, I'm going to end with this example. Okay, there's a guy by the name of Ray Kroc who's credited for starting McDonald's. Okay, there's a guy by the name of DeLuca who started Subway sandwiches. Monahan started a little pizza pie company called Domino's. And so if you look at what they did, they all took a theme of something that was not best in the world. Okay. So that kind of poo-poos the whole network market. Whenever somebody shows you something in network marketing, they always act like it's the best in the world. Like, oh my gosh, like you can't live without it. Well, I don't think Ray Kroc ever talked about his hamburger that way. But those themes, fast food, the fried hamburger, the Subway sandwich, and the pizza pie, they represented viability in the marketplace. Okay. And so when we talk about life insurance with living benefits, It represents viability. I'm not sure there's any more a viable thing in the world than living benefit life insurance. I'm just not sure there is. So if that theme is viable, then that means that we can move it. We can move it. Insurance companies create it. We're the middlemen. We move it. And so creating distribution channels, Ray Kroc created a distribution channel that was serviced by a company called Golden State Foods. He created the McDonald's network through people that wanted to own a McDonald's. So how do we create passive income? The same way. So, tonight, before I jumped on and did this opportunity overview, I gave all of our team the opportunity, hey, invite somebody on tonight to sit with John Kite for about 30 minutes as I talk about, maybe give a broad brush stroke overview of what it is we do to make money. And so building your distribution channel, building your own agency is how you duplicate yourself, where you can create big, big, big income. I'm talking about big 6-figure, 7-figure passive income, the type of income that once created, you now have not only income, but you have your life back, because what's driving your income, guys, did y'all hear me just talk about Integrity Marketing Group? And okay, so the system is what drives our income, not us. And so from a results standpoint, just think about that a little bit. What type of results do you want in life? Like, do you want to go through the next 5 years and not reach your full potential? Do you want to go through the next 5 years and, God forbid, go work for a W-2 job that's never going to pay you what you're worth, only what it's going to cost to replace you? Is that what you really want out of life? Do you really want that oh man, what's the right word there? Do you really want that appearance of safety, to think that just because somebody gives you a paycheck on Friday that it's always going to be there? Guys, I really want to stir the hearts of the people that have big dreams and goals, and people that, as they're going into 2025, they go, no way am I going to go and make the same mistake that I made last year and the year before. And no way. I'm going to start my own thing. And you know what? Here it is. It's life insurance. I'm going to go get my life insurance license. I'm going to start part-time. I'm going to build me an income. I'm going to replace my full-time income. And then I'm going to enter the land of the living. So thank y'all so much for being with me tonight. Your next step is going to be to get back with the person that invited you on this call, and let them know if you have an interest. If you do, great. We'll make sure we get hooked up, connected. But if you don't have an interest, just let the person know that invited you, hey, thanks for inviting me, but good video, but not for me. And we'll certainly not keep bugging you from there. So thanks for plugging in with me tonight. Have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.